wanna go outside today, if you wanna have fun till the sky gets dark, if you wanna roll around in the grass, if you wanna run around in the park, then think green, think green, think green, think green, think green. If you wanna go out, then you gotta think green for the grass and Christmas trees. Green loves plants and lives on leaves. Green for the vegetables that you need, like green beans, spinach, and broccoli. Green means go. I hope you do. Did you know you get green mixing yellow and blue? And green for frogs and green for limes. What else? Everything's green in the springtime. If you wanna go outside today, if you wanna have fun till the sky gets dark, if you wanna roll around in the grass, if you wanna run around in the park, then think green, think green, think green, think green, think green. If you wanna go out, then you gotta think green.
Hello and welcome to the Wrap Up Show. We already have everybody here waiting. We have Charmin, we have Supertramp, we have T-Bob. Welcome back, T-Bob. We have Kenneth, and K-Jobs is in the back. I'm just waiting for her to cam up, and then I'll bring her up. What a show today. I actually cried when Leaf played that, or when she played that video that Leaf made.
I cried too.
Dude, what a touching fucking tribute. And I'm so happy that Leaf decided to narrate that because it couldn't have come from anybody better. I mean, my God, how touching was that? It was pretty epic. And Leaf, I know you're listening. Thank you so much for doing that for her. It was absolutely amazing.
Yep.
And Weezy,
Wow.
before we proceed any further, I do want to go ahead and get my Kermitarian of the Week announcement out of the way.
Before you do that, I would really like to push to have Meat Truck Mike be the Kermitarian of the Week. Now, of course, you get to pick whoever you want, but that's who I hope that you pick. Go ahead, Kenneth. Please tell us who the Kermitarian of the Week is.
Meat Truck Mike.
Yes.
Yay!
Thank you. Thank you, Meat Truck Mike. Congratulations. You effing deserve it. You have done a lot this week, and we love you. Thank you, Kenneth. Kay, thank you for coming up. You're muted. I can't unmute you either.
Hi.
Hi. Thank you for
Hi.
sharing your story today. I thought that was very, very awesome.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
It is, and I like your hair. Your hair down. You were wearing a beanie earlier.
Yeah, I usually don't like people looking at my hair.
Oh, you have great hair. What did you think about Bob's great return?
I mean, he never really left me.
That's true.
But I'm really happy. I really like Bob, so I'm happy. At first, he was kind of annoying because didn't you have the mask, the green mask guy as your picture?
I don't know.
The mask with Jim Carrey.
I don't think that was him, actually. Was it?
Oh, I do have some masks that I do put on. She is right about that.
I don't know, but at first Bob was like crude, and so I messaged him, and it turned out he's a pretty cool guy.
Yeah, Bob's great when Bob can be good. He's so good, and he's so like. Listen, man, we've had our differences, of course, but I don't think anybody could say that Bob isn't just like dripping with just. I mean, you can't look away. I mean, Bob is always so. What's the word I'm looking for? Just like, what is it, Bob? What is it about you that even your enemies love you? Do you know what it is?
No, I'm not really sure. Some have told me I'm just too charming to be.
You're very charming. You are very.
When
charming.
I'm hating on them, they're laughing with me. They're just. I don't get it, but it is entertaining sometimes.
Yeah, I'm glad that you came on, and I want to point something out. At least I was misunderstanding what you were saying. You were telling her to hold her hand out to prove that she was a woman, and she thought you were saying that to prove that she was a man. So I just wanted to clear that up a little bit.
Yeah. Because the women, like, it's obvious. I mean, a
Man cave in the house.
What's up, Johnny B?
And her finger is really close to being the same length. So if a woman's is even a little bit longer or shorter there, it's a woman. But a man's hand, you can tell, look at my hand, there's a big difference between the length of this finger and the length of this.
I got man hands. I think you're going to have to...
Charmin, there's a good question here.
You got woman hands.
Leaf is asking, how do you feel about Bob being back?
Look, I can't put a full finger in between mine, but you can. Here, I got finger left over. Let me see you do that, Charmin. You can't do that because you're a woman.
I got finger left over. I got this much finger. My ring finger is this much longer than my pointer finger.
Nah.
My hands are bigger than yours, Bob.
Finger.
Charmin,
My hands are bigger than yours, Bob.
are you
No,
glad that
no,
Bob
they're
is
not.
back?
No, they're
I
not.
mean, what do you think about
He
this?
got skinnier.
I'm
He's
still pretty
skinnier
angry with
in the
Bob for
hand
the
and
things
arm,
that he
so it looks
posted. He caused a lot of
Bob,
problems
let
in
it
my
out.
life.
Yeah, but are you
Still
happy?
pretty angry at Bob.
Are you happy that he could be nice though? Because remember, Nice Bob, he was really enjoyable.
One of the things I like best about Kermit and Friends is even though we all fight with each other sometimes, and we all come from different perspectives and different religions, and sometimes we hate on each other hard, but we somehow manage to come back together and talk to each other and learn from each other. And even if we're dishing out insult for insult, somehow, through the gift of Kermit being in heaven, we manage to come back together. And that's something that's really important, and we need that in our country. And so if Bob is going to be nice, I will be nice too.
Thank
I'll
you
be
very
nice.
much for
I mean,
that.
I can hate on Charmin at the same time as thinking about, damn, I'd like to just spank her on her. Well,
The word I was looking for, Lee found it, is charisma. Charisma is what Bob has that nobody could ever say he doesn't have. He has a ton of charisma, and I hate him for it when I'm mad at him, because even when I'm mad at him and I hate him, I'm watching his videos going, oh, God damn it, that was pretty funny. So that is very true.
And Weezy, if I may,
Go ahead, Ken.
I want to give a very special thank you to the host of Kermit and Friends, Miss Elisa, for the opportunity that I had to perform on the show today. It was a major honor to do so.
That was wonderful. I do want to say one thing, Kenneth. The minute she started the show, you, the guy that's not supposed to call her, called her as she's starting the show. How dare
I apologize
you, Kenneth?
for that. I was rushing to get home so I could be on.
But Kenneth, are you ever not selfish about calling her? Listen, I love you, so I'm allowed to ask you this. But literally, it was so funny and on brand that I almost thought it was a bit. If I wasn't part of this, I would have thought it was a bit, because the second she started, you called her to let her know you're going to be late. I couldn't.
I apologize for that. I was rushing to get home so I could be on.
It was just unbelievable. It was great, though. I mean, perfectly on brand. That was Brutal Mafia that called at the end of the show today. Very obviously, Brutal Mafia. He's a hater, and it happens. So a lot of people are going to have their own little hate. They want attention, and just like Corey. Corey wants attention. So what does he do? He hates on Wheezy. This is the best way to get attention lately. Is if you hate on Wheezy, you get attention.
Wait, was that guy Corey, the one you were fighting with? Was that Corey that everybody was talking about returning?
Yeah, that was his great return.
I was just like thinking to myself, Weezy, like, I'm so glad you're the host. I think it would have gone entirely different for me if it had been that guy instead.
No, thank you. Well, I mean, Corey, listen, I don't even hate Corey at all.
Thank you, Leaf King, for that comment.
I don't even hate Corey.
Corey's a good guy. He don't realize that he's like a broken recorder. Or a broken scratched record or something. He's got the same routine, and it gets really old really fast. He needs to diversify himself out a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, me and Corey will be friends again. He's just on. Witz is a rascal, and Witz he can't come at me alone, so he has to get people behind him. And if you saw, there's only 3 people talking shit today besides Brutal Mafia. He doesn't count, but 3 people talking shit in the comments: Jerry, Witz, and Corey. And if Corey's doing a show right now, those are the viewers, Witz and Jerry. So I mean, there could be team hate. If he talked
me into hating on you, he could have got a few more people to do the same thing.
Exactly.
But it didn't pan out for him, because I was never going to let him do that, because I already seen that coming, because I know his routine.
Right. And apparently Corey's doing a wrap up right now with 0 people watching. That's what you get when you're inconsistent and mean. When you're consistent with content and you have good people like Supertramp and Charmin and Bob and Kenneth and Kay and MCL in here, then people watch. And that's all it is. We also talk about the show that happened today. Corey talks about himself. So those are 2 widely different subjects. And so he can do what he wants. I'll go on his show if
I think we should push Alicia Jordana's birthday month.
Right, and her birthday is coming up, in like a little over a week.
June 30th, and my birthday's on the 24th. So we're both.
Oh wow, I didn't know that, Bob.
Yeah,
for me to remember. A week and 4 days, Weezy, to be exact.
Thursday's on the 30th.
Wow, I didn't know that, Bob. Happy early birthday. Are you going to do a birthday stream? I hope we're still friends by then, by the way. I'm just kidding.
It's not that far away.
What did you guys think about today's show? I thought Welsh did a really good job. He's saying in the chat right now that he didn't do a good job. I think he did a fine job. Some of the questions he asked, he could have easily Googled, but it's also listening to Elisa say it in her own words. I always like that. I thought he did a great job. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
I thought so.
Not everybody's cut out to be a top singer, but I mean, look at the people that go to the beach. I mean, some of the people you could look at and go, oh, no, you know. But I mean, they're still not scared to go out there and be themselves. So,
Well,
I don't look at people do. I'm just saying in general, not everybody's cut out to do everything.
Well, Kenneth did a great job singing today. Johnny B, I don't know what you just sent me. Oh, you're gonna have to send that to Supertramp, please. Oh, unless you can play it yourself.
Well, at least with Kenneth, you could tell it was a
Send it to me, Johnny B.
song.
I think he's gonna play it for himself. He's gonna do a song, but we're not quite ready for that song yet. However, Wappy did do a remix of Elisa's song, and we're gonna play that in a little while too. So
That would be good.
And,
Kay,
and
can I ask
Weezy,
you-
if it's cool with you, I do have a song prepared that I would be willing to do here on the show if it's cool.
Let's see how it works out, Kenneth, because we do have two other songs, and I want to make sure that everybody gets their chance. You know.
That's fine.
Look at what Wappy did for Andy Dick. I mean, if he could do that for Andy Dick, I mean, he could do wonders for most people, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. If whose Discord is that? Is there any way you can?
I can't figure that out.
Is
It
that
might
yours?
be mine. Let me check because I've had problems with that.
Yeah, sorry, it's just
Turn that
really
thing off.
distracting.
Somebody who gets a lot of notifications is whose Discord that is.
Yeah, there's some kind of like mode you can put it in so that while you're streaming. it
Yeah, and I don't know the mode, so I just disconnected it.
Thank you, Bob. I appreciate it.
Sorry about that.
No, it's fine. I'm just glad to have you back. Kay, can I ask what brought you back? Because I know it brought Bob back, but what brought you back? You're muted.
Well, I guess because I've been for a long time really having a lot to say to the world, and I really felt like I was listened to, and I was shocked. I thought I would come on this podcast and like nobody would listen to me or say anything, but everybody kind of freaked out, and I got a lot of practice in the real world, like people talking shit about me being like reincarnation and stuff like that, and me being Albert Einstein, which I was Albert Einstein, and so I don't know, and I kind of like really related to what I believe what they said during the replay of Kermit is that like she was Lisa feeling lonely, and so she started this podcast because she was feeling lonely.
Right. She basically was saying that like her dog Kermit used to always introduce her to people because she would have Kermit in public and people would always come up and talk to her because she had Kermit, and she was meeting a lot of good friends that way. And when she first started the podcast, that was the intent. And then after Kermit passed away, she started the podcast again to kind of out of loneliness and wanting to be around people. And she keeps saying that like Kermit, even from heaven, is still making her meet new people. And I mean, that fucking, and I already said it, but that video that Leaf made was so beautiful. And I mean, I was crying and I was hoping she wasn't going to bring me up. And I had my sunglasses right here and I was going to put my sunglasses on because I didn't want everybody to see me crying. But then Corey went and ruined that, of course. But it was just like so perfect and so well done that it kind of encapsulates everything that she's trying to do and everything that she's done. None of us would be here right now if it wasn't for her. I mean,
excuse me. This brings me to a new point. One thing that also brought me back is like I didn't realize how Lisa was like this wonderful person, like just the things people have said about her, and it just made me want to stick around. Like she's the kind of like I also go back to what I was saying about how to relate. So I moved out to the East Coast by myself, like no friends, nothing, because I wanted to live on the East Coast because I vibe with the energy better, and so I have a ton of like best friends and stuff from like when I was in the Army and stuff, but everybody lives everywhere else in the country, and so I have nobody around me, nothing, and so this Kermit and Friends is kind of like getting me to meet new people, and I'm really lonely because I don't have anybody around me.
And that's exactly the point. This is exactly the point. I mean, that's what Elisa has intended, and that's why she's so touched by this. Because look at Charmin and Bob are right next to each other on screen right now. I never thought I would see that again, but we're mature enough and we're cool enough to let bygones be bygones and just do it for the betterment of everything. If we're all fighting all of the time, that's not why we're here. You know, we can fight and we can make up, but if it's just all negative all the time, none of us would be here. And so obviously a lot of us see the positive in being here, and that's why we're here.
I agree. And actually, just before Elisa had reached out to me and invited me to Kermit and Friends, February of 2021, I had just had a huge breakdown and cried to God. I said, look, I'll do whatever it is you want me to do. I'll follow your call wherever it takes me, but I have got to have some fun. And literally the next day I got an email from Elisa inviting me to be on the
Aw.
podcast. And
Isn't that special?
it is. I loved the idea that nobody knew me and nobody knew my story, but God did. And he used her dog to bring us together. And
Yeah.
For better
That's
or for
very
worse,
special.
all the problems that have come from this community, I love Elisa. I love her podcast. And I love the fact that she is consistently brings together so many different people.
I agree. And you know, Elisa makes a lot of decisions that I really don't agree with at the moment. But then as time goes by, I'm like, that was brilliant. Like, I mean, when Bob came back to the Discord, I was like, oh fuck, here we go. My days are numbered, because as soon as Bob starts being a jerk, I'm gonna leave. And sure enough, Bob hasn't been a jerk at all. He came onto one of my streams and we just agreed that, hey, let's just fucking be cool with each other. That's a gift in itself. So she thinks differently than we do, obviously. And most of the time that pays off, and it's kind of great. She's really got a talent, not just interviewing.
I got you. I got someone on my phone that wanted to say hello.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Hey everyone, this is Gonzo. Just want to say hi to the wrap-up show.
Hey, Gonzo.
You're doing a great job,
What's
everybody.
up there, Gonzo?
Shout out Wheezy. Shout out Supertramp. Shout out Sharman. Shout out T-Bob. Shout out Kenneth. Shout out Albert Einstein. What's K? Shout out K. Shout out everybody. You guys are doing a great job.
About a man cave shout out.
Yeah. Shout out to the Man Cave Live. Shout out Fan Cave Live. Shout out Smokey. Shout out my boy Gio. Shout out everybody.
Shout out to you
my
too,
mom.
Gonzo.
Shout out my
to
dad.
mom.
Happy Father's Day. Shout out Juneteenth. Shout out slavery ending in Texas. Shout out Brand. who's in Texas.
Come on, Gonzo.
Shout out Father's Day everywhere.
No,
shout out
I echo those sentiments.
Shout out all you
Thank
guys.
you, Gonzo. We really appreciate it, Gonzo.
as long as it's mutual sex slavery, it's allowed in Texas.
Can I say something real quick? You just made my wish come true. Whoever is speaking, I forget your, I wasn't paying attention when you said your name. I made a wish. I said returning from Albert Einstein. Like, I really wish the world would just say, "Hey, what's up?" And then you just said that, so you kind of like made my day.
Good. That's what we're here for, is
that's
making
cool.
people's days.
That was Mr. Gonzo, Shitcock, a Howard Stern regular for off and on for years, and call-ins and all that kind of stuff. He's a good dude.
Yeah, Gonzo's the best. He has like incredible impressions, and like,
Got my shout out to all the Man Cave Live fans. I don't want to try to list everybody, but Gonzo happens to be one. Meat Truck Mike, we got them all out here.
Well, Meat Truck
Sometimes
Mike,
Charmin comes in there. I love it when Charmin comes in. Supertramp's been in there a lot.
I'm the only
Leah,
motherfucker
Ava.
that's got your shirt. Man.
I know. And my cup too, don't you? You got the Austin
And your cup. Yeah.
Is that
well,
Austin
I
cup?
want to remind everybody that Meat Truck Mike, your
Cups in
co-host,
the
Johnny B,
dishwasher.
he is Kermitarian of the Week. And he's Kermitarian of the Week because he brought Eric, High Pitch Eric, into the scene this week, which, you know, High Pitch Eric's very famous from the Howard Stern Show. He's almost impossible to deal with. And Meat Truck Mike dealing with him is a blessing. So we appreciate him very much. So.
Well, he's quite a handful of characters. I was looking back at some of the older Andy Dick stuff back from when he was younger, and he went through so much of a change. And you know, he's had a rough life. You can tell by looking at his younger pictures and look at him now.
Andy Dick.
Yeah.
Oh,
Go back and look at his early stuff. He has, He's been drove around the block a few times with worn out tires, shall we say? You know.
Yeah, he was just, I don't know if you guys watched, but yesterday, Andy Dick and Captain Content and Gucci's and a couple of other people, One Sonic, they were at Lisa's apartment complex, where I don't know what the fuck she's thinking, but she brings them all to her house, and they're all at the pool, and there was broken glasses, and they got kicked out, and like it was just shenanigans, and Andy Dick is puking at the pool, and it's like, wow. You know? Never a shortage.
In the pool.
I don't think it was in the pool, but I heard Elisa being like, "Hey guys, I need help. Andy just puked everywhere, and I don't know how to clean it up." And I was like,
"Congrats for your Kermitarian of the Week, Meat Truck." So
I will never go to that party.
Yeah, that's a party. I mean, like, she's different than I am. I would definitely wouldn't have any of those people over to my house, especially if I had like all of the neighbors with somebody telling me I have to be quiet over and over and over again. I'd be like, okay, no, not gonna do that. But that, like I said earlier, she's different. She thinks differently than we do. But it's all entertaining.
I think we need to reinvent the way we have gatherings, like just getting together and drinking and like getting drunk and throwing up is just like, that's not human interaction. There's like so many like cool things we could do as like humans. Like we are like, you know, we are like divine spark, like we are divine people, and we have so many like special talents and crazy things. Like we could do so much fun with all this technology and how things are working. Like I had this, so sometimes I'm sorry to talk about, I'm sorry, am I talking too much? But so I had this, like, sometimes I have really big daydreams, like they're too big and they explode, and so I get really disappointed when they don't happen. But so I had this daydream that I was going to have a birthday party on, because my birthday was May 31st, and so I was trying to gather a birthday party at my Albert Einstein house in Princeton, New Jersey, and everybody. I was inviting people from Facebook and everybody. I thought it'd be really cool if I could actually go into my house, and so I was trying to throw a huge birthday party for myself on May 31st of this year, and so it didn't really happen. But
well, happy late birthday, because you weren't around at May 31st. So happy birthday.
Thank you so much for sharing your story, Kay. I was really worried about you, and I'm glad you survived what you went through. It sounds like it was really, really tough.
You have no idea how hard those places are for me. Like I just like boredom is torture to me, and so it's just like white walls, and I have so much to tell about this place. Like I'm bringing those places down, like bringing them down. And actually, there's something really funny. Somebody said make asylums great again. So there used to actually be a time when asylums were really cool and they would give really cool drugs. And like you'd have like mind altering experiences, and like people would laugh so hard. And I wouldn't go to those; it'd be scary. But like sometimes I wish they would give you really cool medicine when I'm in those things. But they just dump a bunch of shit. So like we have, I don't know, the mental asylums need to be stopped. Like I'm a part of an organization called Anti-Psychiatry, and I'm really kind of nervous about how do I enter into that. So if anybody has any ideas on how to kind of step up and start talking to people, because I'm not really good at talking. Like I'm really, really stage fright and really nervous, and I trip all over myself. And so sorry, I have ADHD. I lost track. But so if anybody has any ideas of like how I can step up and like start speaking, because I have so much to speak about that I could just like save this world.
Well, reach out. We are in a big community, and so that's what our community is for. In the Discord, you can just reach out to people and bounce ideas off of them, and that's what's so great about us is that there's people from all walks of life, from every part of the world, actually, and they can help. I mean, today, that Welsh Republic guy had to stay up all night just to make sure he woke up on time to interview, you know? So, I mean, like, he's far away, and he's still paying attention to everything. So we've got a bunch of people in our Discord, and reaching out to them is the
really
best way.
Amazing how she does connect people from different countries. Like England's a big one. A lot of people from England watch her show.
Yeah, that is pretty amazing. Just breaking news, Captain Content is live with Elisa and High Pitch Eric as we speak. And I would guess that they're probably eating pizza. So Elisa, I hope your pizza is good. I hope that Eric and Captain are on their best behavior. It was nice seeing Captain, but I wish he would have wore a shirt today when he was on the show. But he was only on the show for a couple of minutes, and I was wondering, or not even maybe a minute, and I was wondering what he came up for. And so I didn't get to hear really any content from Captain Content.
I think he's perfect for her in a lot of ways.
If he wasn't so awkward, I think it might be nice for her. But
yeah, but
like
that'll pass.
Awkward.
That'll pass. You know, that's just they're new to each other, and he's a little, right. You know, he's a guy that gets intimidated easy, and that's the beta side of him coming out.
Charmin, what do you think about Captain Content? I've never really asked you about him.
As long as nobody gets hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I don't like the idea of people being hurt just for content. That was something that I heard while I was gone, and I don't want to worry about Elisa getting hurt. He seems to be a perfectly decent person. Everybody really has enjoyed him being around, and as long as Elisa doesn't get hurt, I like him. She deserves to find somebody that she connects with. Not sure what happened with Andy and the arrest and how that played out. Maybe all of that got dropped. I'm still confused about all of that. I'm glad it got dropped. I really disliked the idea that he had been set up. I don't want.
Who's backstage?
I
It's
have
Tall
played.
Dark.
I have played enough
I just want to make
games
sure
with
I see
people
him first because it says this
trying to set me up for criminal charges to get me into trouble. I don't want that to happen to anybody else.
Welcome, guys.
That's
Welcome,
not
Tony.
a good time.
Yeah, I agree with you, Sherman. I completely agree with you. And it was weird. You couldn't really tell if it was set up or not. And so since you can't really tell and then they dropped the charges, it kind of feels like it was a setup. Welcome, Tony.
Hey, how you doing,
Great
Wizzy?
seeing you. Great. And welcome, Tall Dark. How you doing, buddy?
Did people think that Kenneth was originally going to sing a love song for Elisa, but then he switched it to a song about Kermit?
You'll have to ask Kenneth.
I wanted to do that because I felt that it fit the occasion.
So you made like an audible from the love song for Elisa to a song.
Yes.
Hey, Pete, thank you.
That was nice of you.
I did have a love song in mind, but with the occasion in question, I had to do an audible.
You
Right.
did
That was
great.
nice of you, Kenneth. You did do great. I really did like it. It was great. Tall Dark, I loved seeing you on the show today. It's kind of rare for you to go up there, and I liked it.
Yeah, I
You
just
always
had
put
a
it on
question that it was in my head. I was so nice to Elisa, but I get so starstruck whenever she puts me on. I have to rewatch it. I know it was something about Mindy Kaling, and she did a joke
I love
about
Mindy
that.
Kaling.
Yeah.
I got to
What were you
rewatch it.
saying, Kay? What'd you say, Kay?
I love Mindy Kaling.
I
Yeah,
don't even know
Elisa
who that
wrote a
is.
joke, and Howard Stern said it on the show, but I can't remember what the joke was because I always get starstruck whenever I'm on camera, so I can't focus. I'm going to rewatch it later.
Yeah, I get nervous when I go on. I'm on every week.
Does anybody feel sorry for famous people? Like, how do you live a normal life? Like, how do you feel bad all the time? Like, every time you meet somebody, are they really like, I feel so bad for famous people. Like, I don't want, I have a lot to do in this world, so I have a feeling I may be like in a wind up there, but like, I really like am terrified of being famous.
I would never want to be famous. There's too much attention. I don't like all of the attention.
Hey, Wheezy, you got to watch how you're holding your hands because you're nervous and you're losing control of stuff when you talk like this. That's what Corey's saying about you right. That's what Corey's saying about you right now.
Oh, don't give Corey any attention. Shame on you.
Here's the
Corey's
problem.
jealous as hell of me, and he's going to be jealous of me for a long time
That's
until
right.
he realizes I'm the only one that stuck up for him. So, Corey,
Are
if
we
you
doing
have
a
to watch
drinking
me-
game?
TD,
Are we
let me
doing a
finish.
drinking game? You take a drink whenever you see a roach above T-Bob Love?
Let me
Is that
finish what I'm
true?
saying,
Sorry.
please. Corey, if your content on your wrap-up show is watching me, I win again. Sorry, Bob.
No, he's actually watching.
Yes,
He's
you do.
watching the show again on his wrap-up show and talking about the events of the show. He's replaying
okay.
the Kermit and Friends broadcast. But when you're losing control of stuff, you go like this. But you do that all the time. You're always
Yeah, I do it all the time. This is what people say. Oh, Wheezy, you talk with your hands. You must be gay. You have a Valley Girl voice. Deal with it.
I talk with my hands.
I don't
a lot,
like
too.
wieners. Deal with that too.
I
Sorry,
catch myself
Corey. I
talking
don't
with
like
my hands
weenies.
even when I'm not on cam.
Yeah, I mean,
If you got
that's-
18 inches, he don't want to talk to you.
You're the best, Wheezy. I love you, man.
no, but if your only grief with me is that I talk gay and I use my hands, I guess I'm doing something right. If that's your only critique of me, right? I mean, I could critique people a lot worse than that. So if you have to cherry pick like that, good. I guess I'm doing something right. And if I have 8 men that are jealous of me at all times, barking at my heels, that's just jealousy. I mean, it's
I
very
will
obvious.
say this
Well,
though,
you know-
some of you are below par right now.
You can watch Supertramp Eyes though. He's really infatuated with you though. Wheezy.
JB is one of them. Wheezy's another. Everybody's saying Supertramp. Charmin and Tall Dark. None of you have shown any nudes at all.
That's
Now,
because we're mature.
Lisa has. Lisa did it on Playboy. I have,
Yeah, we've all seen your wiener.
You
We sure
have.
and a few others have, but y'all need to step up your game here.
Bob, I
I
have
have
a
to fail
truth.
that
I have a
assignment.
truth to tell, Bob. There are a couple nude pictures out there of Supertramp.
Wow.
Super.
I've heard that. Haven't
Bob.
seen any yet.
In Bob's research, he's heard it. I'm going to ask real quick if Supertramp can play the remix before we forget. I wanted
Yes.
to play the remix that Wappy made of, I think it's of Captain Content song that Elisa made. Is that right?
I believe so.
Is it a video?
It is a video.
Okay. I'll just put you on
So
silver
yeah,
then.
put me on big screen.
Wappy giving us content even when he's not here.
Yep. Here we go.
There were maggots under the couch. Puddle of like.
He agreed to make porn with me, by the way.
Man,
Gucci's.
it was like a
Yeah.
50 maggots. Like, some of them were dead.
He has bad breath. Lives in a car. He always gets kicked out of every Hollywood bar. He parks outside Planet Fitness. When I visit him, I need at least one witness. His friends look dirty. It's because they are. He has tons of maggots. His onions fit in a jar. I am afraid to sit on his couch. Good luck trying to figure him out. He cries like a bitch when we get the check. Drive out to Andy, I don't want you back. From the crypts, his beards are getting formation. How am I supposed to take you on a vacation? If you would have just listen to me, you wouldn't be looking for only food that's free. We do seasons.
I wonder why you're in there.
Where we'd be wrong, by now we'd be breaking up, and you'd be writing me a breakup song. I am afraid to sit on his couch. Good luck trying to figure him out. He cries like a bitch when we get the check. Drive out to Andy, I don't want you back. I am afraid to sit on his couch. Good luck trying to figure him out. He cries like a bitch when we get the check. Drive out to Andy, I don't want you back.
Well, that's the last time we go out to dinner with any of these people.
Why?
You gotta be kidding me. Again?
What? What's
Another
wrong?
bill? This time was bigger than the first time. First time was $200. This time was $300 for that fucking.
I love how he's like, the last one was $200. This one was $300. Like he got all quiet. Yeah, Wappy, you're so talented.
He don't want to admit how much he paid for a little dinner there.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. I mean, I think that's a troll on Elisa's part because he complains about it so much that she always just wants to go to more and more expensive places. I think it's pretty brilliant.
Weezy, I'm sorry I interrupted you before.
That's okay.
There's a drinking game. Whenever you see Roach behind T-Bob, take a drink.
Uh-oh. You hear that, T-Bob?
What's that?
Yeah, everybody.
He said there's a drinking game. Anytime you see a roach on T-Bob's camera, you have to take a drink.
Oh, shit. I'm going to have to go search the house for some roaches then.
There was a picture of it, but you said they just come in from outside and they're the big flying kind, right?
Yeah, we got those here, man. They get about that long, and shit, man, they could fly. They could land on the roof of this house. I didn't know roaches could fly that high, but
I didn't.
I'm upstairs and they fly in my room. Not occasionally, but that's probably the second time in a year and a half I've been living here.
I thought it was CGI at first because somebody had taken it and then they zoomed in and it almost looked like one of those things that people put on the corner of their StreamYard link where it just crawls around. And I thought it was fake. I was like, and then I saw.
Oh yeah, it was real. That really scared the shit out of me because just the day before that, we found a tarantula and I stuck him in a container, but we didn't kill him or nothing. I think they took him out in the field and let him go, but. We got tarantulas here. We got flying roaches here. We got foxes. We got bobcats. I mean, who knows what else we got running around here.
We call them palmetto bugs in Florida when they fly.
Yeah, that's what people are saying it was,
roaches.
Charmin. Yeah, palmetto bugs.
Palmetto
Hey, bring up my other screen there. I want to show you. This is where I picture taking Elisa Jordana to.
Oh.
You ever heard of Tom Ford's? The only
Yep.
problem here is the price of a pair of shoes.
It's a little expensive, isn't it, T-Bob?
Just for one pair of shoes? Are you crazy?
Now,
Like-
I don't know, since Kenneth is new, I don't know, Kenneth, did you know that at one point T-Bob actually asked Elisa to marry him?
And then Bruce Davis.
Uh-oh, I don't know if Kenneth's talking to us anymore.
Bob had a great idea in Elisa's show, Private Chat, for Wappy to do a song. If Kenneth sings it, gives the song, the vocals to Wappy, and have Wappy do the instrumental. I think that was a great idea, T-Bob.
That is a great idea. Kenneth, can you
I
hear
like
us?
this pair of shoes. This is Elisa's taste right here, right? That pink pair right there.
It's only $6.25 too. It's half off.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that might be doable.
The Roach is in here, and he says, "Are we talking smack?" So now we're in trouble. That palmetto bug is actually here. So, uh-oh.
But I'm kind of like thinking, I don't know, this might be more her style here. But hell, that was almost
Brown
$3,000.
more, Lisa.
T-Bob, you're cracking me up. I love how you look at shoes on Tom Ford for Elisa.
Right.
Kenneth, can you hear us, buddy?
I'm here. I was just being patient. I'm here.
Can I get a reaction from you about T-Bob asking Elisa to marry him? What do you think about that?
I really don't know what to say in that regard, to be honest with you.
Is it something you might do in the future? Because I know that Bruce Davis has asked her to marry him, or her to marry him. T-Bob has. Who else has, Tall Dark?
And Whitson is trying to set up Woofy with Elisa. Whitson thinks that Woofy should fly out to California and have dinner with Elisa. And I showed that
You know,
video.
about the conversation is, I mean, it's pretty much written in stone, right? Next year, you know, I'm going to have plenty of money that if I am going to California to say bye to my family that lives out there, I could technically take her out on a date and afford it.
Well, Kenneth, I know that this might be bothering you, but we're all only just playing around, of course, because everybody has a crush on Elisa. That's what we're trying to say, is that everybody has a crush on, even Supertramp, a gay person, has a crush on Elisa
I'm not
at this point.
A little bit, yep.
And Supertramp has a crush on music.
We love you, Kenneth.
I don't know. I get out in
Oh,
California,
Lord.
though. Some of them good-looking women out there, I might end up with, 2 or 3 other women instead.
Well, you are a ladies' man, T-Bob. We do know that. Johnny B, if you're still there, I think it would be a good time for you to do your song for us, but I don't know if you're still there. Bone Loads, that's really funny because other people have said that too, that she's like something about Mary. It's kind of like, it's insane. I mean, I've said it before, but it's like the amount of like older dudes that are into Lisa Jordana. It's in, like, the
and
30s.
younger too. I mean, she can make like a TV series or something about Elisa.
Yeah, it's so true.
That kind of can I have the platform for like 2 minutes and I'll tell you as fast as I can.
Sure.
That kind of reminds me of like she says she met him and he treated her like locker room talk kind of thing. And like I have a request, like the past life stories that I told in the first podcast interview with Elisa. I have one my Jane Grey life when I was Queen Jane Grey. I have a really, 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 really like important story that I've been wanting to get to Donald Trump because I knew him in that life and he saved me. And I don't want to like talk about it too much, but I really, 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 really need to meet Donald Trump. I have so many things to tell him, and I want to have an Adderall party. So that's it. So I think that would be really cool if we get Donald Trump on the show, and sorry.
So there's a question.
Can I answer that?
Yes, of course you can.
I wanted to know, Kay, can I take you out to John Bon Jovi's restaurant so Whitson can look up our credit card information and dox us and call all of our friends and neighbors and tell them that they're spying at us through the windows in the hot tub?
Nothing you said made sense.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it, Kay. You don't want to bite off on that.
Okay, I'll follow your idea. I'll follow you, Charmin.
Yeah, I would like to talk to you about your reincarnation stuff. Actually, probably about 6 months ago, I had an epiphany about how you calculate your past life. And when you showed up, it kind of shocked me that that
Right,
storyline would show up at Kermit and Friends. But of course, everything shows up at Kermit and Friends.
You seem like you're really good at synchronicity. Like I've been experiencing synchronicity lately, but not that much. But you are like the mother of synchronicity. Like just by what you said.
No, I have a very strange life and a very unique set of spiritual circumstances, and the way synchronicities work out for me, it fascinates me. I really enjoy it. I had a long conversation last Wednesday night with Alan Graham, and it really lit a fire under me. And I jumped up Thursday morning and ran off to Tallahassee. I didn't even realize it was June the 16th. And it's just unique to me the way everything always comes together.
Shout out to Smokey. He's in the chat. Smokey, shout out.
Hey, you know, Elisa brought up a good point about a lot of these stars. You know, they're all caught up in themselves. They're big-headed. They're snobby and all of that. And it made me think of that chick Wonder Woman. A lot of people are talking about her right now because I guess they're making a new Wonder Woman movie. And I'll say this. Gal Gadot is gorgeous, but I could not stand that bitch one side of town.
Why not? Why?
I don't know anything about it.
Why don't you like Gal Gadot?
You put that bitch in charge of America and it would be the end of civilization. She is so stupid.
Well, she's from Israel, so that's not going to happen. She's not going to be in charge of America. She's just a gorgeous Wonder Woman.
That's all I know about her is that she's pretty. Yeah. That's literally all I know about her.
And the fact that I just think Israel's really kind of amazing because everybody serves in the military. So she has a really interesting series of experiences that she brings with her to her acting career. And she was actually pregnant during some of the filming of the first Wonder Woman, which I just think makes her even more spectacular.
I didn't even know that. I don't know.
They had to go back and reshoot things, and she wasn't sure she was going to be able to fit into the costume, and it's just adorable to me.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
So I guess Johnny B isn't going to do a song for us. He likes to be on camera or on panel, but not on camera.
Johnny
B. Huh.
Let's get a drum roll. Johnny B and his man cave.
How rude. I can't even believe it.
Rude.
Okay, everybody be quiet. Johnny is gonna sing.
But he's not. He just left. He likes to have a little placeholder on camera, but then he'll just leave when he gets bored and he does his own thing.
Let me message him.
Okay, cool. Yeah, before we give up on him, because if he's not going to sing, then we'll have Kenneth sing us out, because Kenneth said that he had a song that he would like to sing, but I wanted to give everybody a chance. Johnny B texts me like 300,000 times, let me do it, and then when we need him, he doesn't seem.
I just messaged him and said, "Where are you?"
Okay, good. So we'll give him a couple minutes.
I think me and Rico here have one thing in common. One time I woke up and I was in a strange place and I looked over and this ugly fucking bitch was laying next to me and I snuck the fuck out of there real quick. I want to know, what's the ugliest thing Rico ever looked at me for?
Oh my God. Why would you think you had something in common with him? He's a professional wrestler. He's famous.
He used to drink a lot. Yeah, and he was a wrestler, and he probably went out with the boys, got drunk, and ended up at home. And I'm just curious, has he ever woke up next to some female with a long dong, or just what?
Tony, you do not have to answer that if you're not comfortable.
Yeah. No, it's all right.
We were all in our 20s, right?
No, he makes me laugh.
Yeah,
the question. Hey, if you don't want to admit your worst moment, that's okay.
None of that went on.
Okay. Well, in my defense, they were telling me, because I went back to that same bar, and some female came up to me. She said, "That was so nice of you to go have sex with that woman that had cancer."
Bob. Tall Dark, go ahead. Go ahead, Tall Dark.
T-Bob, why do you have a picture of Jay Redden's erect penis in your Discord?
I don't know. You go ask him.
What is the point
Are
of
you
that?
going to come out today now that it's Pride Month? Are you coming out?
I'm not gay, but I do have an adult room for anybody that wants to post any nudes in there.
And Jay
Okay,
Redden
somebody
said it's
try
not
to-
him. He got it from Google Images.
Well, he probably did. I don't know. He sent it to me and told me to send it to
I
Wendy.
don't
So
know
I
why you
stuck
guys
it
always
there
want
in
to talk
the
about
window.
wieners.
Wheezy.
We don't always have to. Talk about
I didn't even know he was talking about me at first.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's funny.
I was just like, wait a second here.
Yeah, I know. Bio says that you can't type Bob in the YouTube, but I haven't made anything so that you can't type Bob in YouTube. I don't understand it. Like, will somebody try to type Bob in the comments section? He said you can't do it. I don't even know if that's possible for you to ban a word like that.
Yeah, you can. You can ban words on YouTube.
I wonder if one of my mods banned your words.
No, I just typed it in, Bob.
It's not coming up for me though.
Let me see.
Can you?
You got to go to your YouTube section where you ban words. Like I ban certain letters, like N and R. You know,
I just said it, but maybe that's because I'm.
Oh
a
yeah,
mod.
I see it. Yeah. Oh, maybe just because you're a mod. I don't understand that. I didn't even know you could make words. Oh, admins can do it. Okay, so that does make sense if admins can do it. I'm sure I should look through my words.
That's, y'all were trying to keep everybody from mentioning my name or talking about me.
I guess so, but I never authorized that. Gosh darn it.
Kenneth,
That's okay.
what are you looking to sing? What are you going to be
Yeah,
singing?
what are you going to sing for us, Kenneth? We're going to go ahead and end the show in a couple minutes. If
I was
MCL
gonna-
is not going to do it.
I was going to do that
before
love song that I had in mind.
Yeah, I want to
And I
hear
call-
that one for sure. But before we do that, I do want to mention that I don't understand the mentality of Whitson and Corey over there trying to do their thing with Gary. Gary, now I like Gary. A lot of people just don't understand Gary, I think. But
Jerry.
well, you can call him Jerry if you want. His name is
Okay.
Gary. But what I don't know what their mentality is. Nobody. I mean, they're dry. They got nothing going on over there. I don't know why they think they're going to be a success.
I think it's because Witz is mad at me, and so he's trying to get anybody that could be or is mad at me on his little team to prove a point that'll never be proven. Consistency is how you get people to come to your show.
I don't mind apologizing. I
There you
apologized to Kay one time. I forgot why.
But you know what I'm saying? Like they think
Weezy's
that
right. Weezy's right.
since they're mad at me, they think, oh, we're gonna take you over now. Watch this. I encourage it. If you can do a better job than us at stuff, do it. That's what this whole community is about, is doing stuff. But if you're just gonna talk about it and you're not gonna do it, then it's all talk and no follow through. And we all have seen that that's what these guys have done over and over again, is talk, but never do. So if you're going to do it, stay consistent, make it every week. And when I'm done with this show and I get off this show, I'll come on to your show because I'm not a fucking hater. So you guys can hate me all you want, but you've all been on my show, every single one of you. And if you're jealous now because you can't do the same thing I can, you can do the same thing I can. You just have to be consistent. There's nothing special about me except for I show up every week and I do it.
Yeah,
that's it.
And you're really, and Reezy, you're one of the kindest people I've ever met. So there is something special about you. That, like,
And Witz was never in prison. Let me tell you what he's doing. He did this when I first met him. There's a guy that went to prison here in Texas. It's got the exact same name as Rob DeHaven. He was in prison. He's recently been let out. And it was because of Rob that guy underwent 3 full anal cavity surgeries.
No. All right. Well, on that note, I think that we will let Kenneth sing us out since Man Cave Live is nowhere to be seen. Bob, I want to just say thank you very much for coming back. You've made everybody happy again, and I really, really appreciate it. Elisa was so happy that you came on the show today, and I know it means a lot to her, and it means a lot to me that you came on. And I know Charmin will start trusting you again someday. I just know it.
I'm looking forward to my apology.
Yes. It could happen today even.
I'll have to fly out there and give her an apology in person.
Oh, I know what that
doesn't
means.
need to be face to face. I would prefer it to be on the internet so I can keep a clip of it.
We'll make a clip. Don't worry about it.
Oh, Bob. All right,
No, there will be no clips.
Please sing us out.
While I'm apologizing,
Got it.
I feel like I'm going to have to spank her at the same time.
See, some things
Look,
don't
just
change
because
that,
you want to
Bob.
spank me doesn't mean you get to spank me, Bob.
All right. On that
Good
note, we're
try.
going to have Kenneth sing us out. Take it away, Kenneth.
All right, let's do this. Elisa, if you're listening, sweetie, this is for you. They read you Cinderella. You hoped it would come true, that one day your Prince Charming would come rescue you. You like romantic movies, and you never will forget the way you felt when Romeo kissed Juliet. All this time that you've been waiting, you don't have to wait no more. I can love you like that. I would make you my world, move heaven and earth. If you were my girl, I would give you my heart, be all that you need, show you you're everything that's precious to me. If you give me a chance, I can love you like that. I never make a promise I don't intend to keep. So when I say forever, forever's what I mean. I'm no Casanova, but I swear this much is true. I'll be holding nothing back when it comes to you. You dream of love that's everlasting. Well, baby, open up your eyes. I can love you like that. I would make you my world, move heaven and earth. If you were my girl, I would give you my heart, be all that you need, show you you're everything that's precious to me. If you give me a chance, I can love you like that. You want tenderness, like that tenderness. I can see through to the heart of you. If you want a man who understands, you don't have to look very far. I can love you, I can love you like that. I would make you my world, move heaven and earth. If you were my girl, I would give you my heart, be all that you need, show you you're everything that's precious to me. If I love you like that, I would make you my world, move heaven and earth. If you were my girl, I would give you my heart, be all that you need, show you you're everything that's precious to me. Okay. All right, Wheezy, go ahead and close it out. I'm done. I don't want to strain my voice.
If you wanna go outside today, if you wanna have fun till the sky gets dark, if you wanna roll around in the grass, if you wanna run around in the park, then think green, think green, think green, think green, think green. If you wanna go out, then you gotta think
green for the grass and Christmas trees. Green loves plants and lives on leaves. Green for the vegetables that you need, like green beans, spinach, and broccoli. Green means go. I hope you do. Did you know you get green mixing yellow and blue? And green for frogs and green for limes.
What else?
Everything's green in the springtime.
If you wanna go outside today, if you wanna have fun till the sky gets dark,